Hey guys, it's Zenmaju, and I just wanted to give you an update on my channel, my website. There's a few changes that's going to be happening, but also I wanted to talk about a tarot deck that I recently purchased, and it's by Offset Gypsy, or James Jacob Perry. Perry, if I said that incorrectly. So anyway, let's talk about that. Okay, first things first. There's gonna be some changes going on to the channel. I received messages from my guides last night and today, and they're telling me to take a step back in what I've been doing. So, what I've decided to do is, and I don't know if you guys were aware of this, I'm actually a host on Hyro.com. They follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm actually stepping down as a host for the reason that I can't produce as many things as not as they want me to, but as many things as I'd like to. Um, and it's due to health issues, unfortunately. So, with that being said, yeah, I'm gonna be stepping down as a host. That's actually as of this morning. Yesterday was my last day. My last article was on the 29th about making moon water. But, yeah, I'm stepping down. Anyway, the website, zenmaju.com, that is going to be possibly going away. Zenmaju.com is getting a lot of spam, a lot of companies looking to step up my branding if I pay them. And quite frankly, I don't want that to happen. I don't want to become mass market. I'm very happy where I am as a sole individual within my business without any third-party associations. As a matter of fact, if you go to my website, zenmaju.com, you'll never see any third-party affiliations unless you purchase something, and that goes through PayPal. So they're the only ones that have any information based on something that you purchase, such as a reading, or if you go to my shop on Etsy, which is Spirit of Twilight, they only get the transactions and the information that you send to them. So those are the only third-party affiliates I have, and those are the only third-party affiliates I plan to have from now and into the future. But Zenmaju.com, again, is becoming a hassle. It really is. And I had purchased a domain last month, and it is called The Wired Occultist. And this was supposed to be just a blog about my thoughts about things, so on and so forth, the occult, obviously. But I think I want to make that full time. I think I'm going to add my tarot card reading services to that website and take it away from zenmaju.com. I'm probably going to be offering other services soon as well. But I just wanted to let you know before you go to zenmaju.com that site may no longer be active the next time you go there, when I'm going to be deleting it or simply just ignoring the website is very much foreseeable in the near future. So if you go there and I'm not responding to anything, that'll be the reason why. It's just I get a ton of spam left and right, and quite frankly, I don't know how they're getting my information, but they've gotten it and they're abusing it, and a lot of companies have it now. So, with that being said, Zenmaju.com is probably going to go down sometime soon, as I mentioned, and The Wired Occultist is going to be the new website based on everything that I produce. The channel on YouTube, this channel, I'm going to try to move it to The Wired Occultist and get rid of Zenmaju. So, it's not exactly what I wanted to do, but it's something that I feel to protect myself and also just to avoid any scamming, spamming, all that garbage. It's best to just go that route for right now. But anyway, my spirit guides have told me again that I need to kind of slow down a little bit. I'm taking on too much responsibility. So I am gonna be doing more of my creative side, which is creating my jewelry, working with clay and making different things out of clay. I also do sewing, so I make tarot bags, I make tarot wraps, altar cloths, things like that you can find on Spirit of Twilight, which is my Etsy store. But as far as the Etsy store is concerned, I don't think I'm going to change anything there. I'm going to leave it as Spirit of Twilight. I really like that name. But anyway, on to the tarot deck. So, Asa Gypsy Tarot. It is fantastic. It is $24.95. And I did purchase mine from Amazon. You can also go to assetgypsy.com and make a purchase there as well. Directly from James if you'd like to. But it's beautiful. It really is. It's fantastic as far as it comes with a full book. It comes with the 72 tarot cards, but they're designed individually based off of James' experiences in life. And let me back up for a second. When I was a little bit younger and I first moved to Orlando, Universal Studios Orlando opened a park called Islands of Adventure, which is still the number one rated theme park in Florida. So I bought an annual pass, and at that time I worked for Walt Disney World. I was a server and a bartender and a trainer. So I got the pass from Universal for the Islands of Adventure and also Universal Studios Orlando, and I had a pass, or have had a pass since the 1997-1998 years, way back. Yes, I've been in Florida that long. But I knew of Asa Gypsy, or James, when he worked at Islands of Adventure. And he was a professional tarot reader in the Lost Continent, which is one of the islands in Islands of Adventure. So, with that being said, I don't know what happened to him. I never spoke to him directly in the past, but I knew of him. I walked by him very frequently because I was always there. I love that park. It's my favorite park in Orlando. It's a great place to go to relax if you want to, but there's also a lot of excitement. So that was the reason why I used to go to that park. But anyway, back to James. Again, I knew of him. I didn't know him personally, but I knew what he did. I knew he was a tarot card reader / psychic, and I've seen him quite a few times. So years went by, and I don't know what happened to him, and I lost touch with him because I planned on speaking to him because of my tarot reading abilities, and I just wanted to have a conversation with him and maybe get to know him on more of a personal level. Well, lo and behold, last year, 2 years ago, after I joined Instagram, I found him on Instagram, and I didn't know who he was at first, which is kind of funny. But, yeah, I sent him a request to follow him, and he followed me, and then before we knew it, he was one of my occultists of the month in the Spirit of Twilight magazine. A couple months ago, I believe it was April, I want to say, March or April. But there's a lot of things I didn't know about James, and I learned from that interview that we had, because we did it live, and I've never done anything live before. So that was an experience for me, but it was also a very pleasant experience. I enjoyed it a lot, and I'm glad he kind of forced me to do it. Usually I don't do the live sessions. I usually do just a one-on-one, non-recorded Zoom session for those interviews for Occultist of the Month. But he insisted that we did a an Instagram live session. So we did, and I had a really good time. I loved it. Getting back to his tarot deck, what's really interesting about this tarot deck, again, it comes in a beautiful, sturdy, gorgeous cardboard box, and it opens very nicely. Inside, you find his book and his cards. The book itself, and this amazes me, he talked about in the book how he wanted to capture a part of his life that he didn't want to end, that he really loved and admired, and so on and so forth. Well, what captivated me about this whole thing was not only is James the hero in the book, because this is actually a story, believe it or not, it's a short story, but it also has a lot to do with his time at Islands of Adventure at Universal Studios, which is kind of cool, because that's where I first acknowledged him, that's where I first knew of him, without ever speaking to him or anything, but I knew of him. And there was just something very special about him that I didn't know of until recently, actually. But this book actually mentions, or I shouldn't say mentions, but cues different things about Islands of Adventure. And the Tower card, which is very interesting, and I actually started using this morning, so I shuffled my deck, but the Tower card is actually the, if I can find it or not, actually it's in the book, I'll look at the book. So the Tower card is actually the lighthouse Islands of Adventure, and so I decided I was going to message James on Instagram, and I said, I really love your deck. It actually, it made me tear up a little bit because I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Because apparently his favorite park or his favorite memory is actually my favorite park, and my memories of him is what's in the book or in the park. But the Tower card looks like the actual lighthouse from Islands of Adventure. It's not exactly like it, I'm sure, due to copyright issues, but you could tell the similarities of it. But the book is beautiful. I mean, he relates so many different things to people in Greek and Roman mythology. He relates to a lot of different things in the occult. It's just beautifully illustrated. What I really love about his book, though, is it's not listed in here with the minor arcana based on each individual suit. Suit. But it's listed based on 3 of cups, 3 of swords, 3 of coins, and 3 of wands. It's listed so simply and so easy to read. But in the beginning of the book, again, as I mentioned, he told a little bit of a story about how this book became into existence. And I love the story. Again, I loved it. He's great. But he has traditional meanings. I don't know if you can see this. Traditional meanings, and then the author gypsy meaning, and the story plot. So throughout this entire book, with the major arcana, he's telling the story of Asa Gypsy along with the meaning of the cards, his interpretation of that meaning of the cards, and then also the actual story that he's telling about himself, who's the hero. He calls himself the hero. And I love the book. I do. I love it. I thought it was fantastic. And the cards themselves are absolutely stunning. I mean, They're really nice. They're very thick. They have a gold gild on them, as you can see. Again, the illustrations, it's a matte finish, so it's very beautiful, very pretty. It does have a very bohemian feel about them, but it's also very modern, and they're just gorgeous. I mean, it's fantastic. It really is. So, by all means, if you want to order these, they are available on Amazon.com. That's where I got mine. And also at Gypsy.com. So, definitely take a look at them. They're only $24.95, so that includes the book. So that's a phenomenal value in itself. But anyway, that's it for today. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them below, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions as soon as I see them. But certainly, if you like my channel, as always, please click on the like button, choose to follow me, hit that bell to get notifications, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!